Swish. Go ahead, touchdown like that. Go ahead, touchdown like that.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. Two men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Seattle. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. The play fake. Carlisle. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun, Carlisle is going to fire one deep over the middle. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. Tre'Davious White, the LSU man, there to knock it away that time. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This will be from 56 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run it with Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
7.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Falcons.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
The Falcon ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This is Cohen. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 35. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and take up the first with Gurley. And he is going to have a Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Cohen. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Draw play, Cohen. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
First down, Atlanta.
On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. From the gun, Carlisle stepping up. He's going to keep it. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Carlisle flushed out right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
A 35-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
3rd down and 12.
So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. Shotgun now for Wentz. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Von Miller, he was the one getting in there, able to wreak his usual havoc. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Carlisle. The screen pass here to Cohen. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Third down.
Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. There on the tackle, Minkah Fitzpatrick.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's make these babies cry. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Pick me up, pick me up.
From the gun, Carlisle. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Gurley. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Carlisle. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better. Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into 1st downs and hopefully points. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on second down. Wentz got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
43-yard line.
Working from the gun. Wentz eluding the pressure right. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Duke Dawson picks it.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
On 1st and 10, Carlisle flush to his right. And he completes it to Cohen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Cohen, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the gun, Carlisle escaping the pressure right. It's caught. Stills right side. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Carlisle looking deep here for Ebron. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again, Carlisle. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Wentz. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Wentz. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Sam Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Oh, had to get it out quickly, but it's blocked. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons.
Well, they didn't have their normal cushion there in order to punt the ball away. It leads to a lot of anxiety for the team kicking the football.
Well, for the punter, you know that you've got to get rid of that quickly there. Not quick enough.
And also, not stepping behind you and stepping over the end line for a safety. That one gets blocked, and it's 6 points.
McManus's point after is good. And the lead now stands at 13. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
No hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm a boy. One for the safe boy. Till there's nothing left. I'm a run to the dead until we all got them buckets. Till the footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
McManus set to kick off.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. On second down, it's Jones. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
57, Mike 57.
Again, it's Jones. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on third down.
At the 41-yard line.
Going quickly here to Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
Now Wentz. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
At the 3-yard line.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
4-yard loss.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it second and goal. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's Jones. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Cohen, the ball carrier.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Carlisle flushed out right. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That gain on third down, good for 28. On first down, it's Cohen. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dante Hightower. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure.
And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Aaron Jones, 77 yards. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. What an excellent run, and from the beginning, the defense just looked a little fooled, a little out of position.
A little bit frozen, too, because when you hand the ball inside, you lose sight of it oftentimes as a defender, and your eyes naturally gravitate to the quarterback. And before they realized it, he was off and running through the thick of the line while the quarterback faked it and carried it outside.
Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd down, Carlisle eluding the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And it's fielded at the 35. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it.
Recovered by the kicking team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. Brady Jarrett with the tackle.
Brady Jarrett on the stop. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Falcons 13.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Another carry now for Gurley. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Carlisle. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Seahawks 16-yard line.
2nd and 11 now. From the gun, Carlisle. Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And it's third down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Isaiah McKenzie there to make the grab. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Off the option, that's complete. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Seahawks 14.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Now this will leave them a yard short. A nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. And the Seahawks on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Wentz. Wentz is intercepted yet again. He's picked off at his own 47. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now McManus for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14.
Falcons 28, Seahawks 14. Brandon McManus set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Cohen. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
15 yards. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though.
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home. And now here is another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Intercepted.
The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here we go, G. Get off the field.
Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal.
For the field goal, a 27-yard attempt.
And McManus able to put it through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Brandon McManus set to kick off.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
McKenzie now to return it. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the fourth quarter. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
The ball carrier.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Again, it's Cohen. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. To throw on 3rd down. Carlisle. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons.